Welcome back to Breakfast Daily on Citi TV. And do send us a message. You know, we actually like to hear from you. We like to engage with you. We want to find out your thoughts about things that are going on in your community, your thoughts about the show even. And you can even send a message to someone if it's their birthday and you want to send them a wish. So send us a message on WhatsApp 0204 447 033. Again, that's 0204 447 033. Or you can hashtag Breakfast Daily on our social media platforms and let us know how you're doing, what's on your mind, what you're thinking. Now, we'll take a trip to school. We've got an update for you, but we want to remind you of what the situation was at that school. All right, so quick, then we'll bring you the update.
The Bamahu Junior High School has a population of 200. School is the major basic public school serving Bamahu and the southwestern part of the Upper West regional capital. However, the school is in dire need of infrastructure as the existing ones are in a deplorable state. Has compelled authorities of the school to use these makeshift sheds to accommodate the growing population. This is the staff common room. The Parent-Teacher Association, in a bid to mitigate the situation, initiated this 2-unit classroom block after several appeals to the government fell on deaf ears.
Ana tiyan tentara school kenan ka ko nimriti in la poti nana. Ya turan kanan tentu antara school. The classes a bihi ga the classes hinan. Kenan ka kai sampa hatin malaban jinebe. Sometimes mo banye bunkan an bayi ce ka bihi jo a ce ba ha classes. Mun hablan ka sai mun punan ka pampana ka santu ku darja karambu kun banci be ajun no.
The headmaster of the school complained that the situation has increased the number of school dropouts in the school.
The number of pupils that are transferred from this school to other schools in town is just unimaginable. Then at a point too, we got to realize that we were having increment in enrollment. Then we saw the need to put up these structures as you have seen. 3 sets, 2 being used as classrooms, and then this other one used as a staff common room. It was there and then that we called for a PTA meeting. They came and then they levied themselves. And then we started doing something.
The Member of Parliament for West Central, in response to the situation, presented 15 packets of roofing sheets to the school.
As it is, it pains your heart that children who are growing need to be taken care of, need to have conducive space for learning, are unable to secure those conditions, and their failure is then blame on them. It's unacceptable. So I think that it's a deplorable, it's regrettable, it's unacceptable, and I want to call on government, if they were sleeping, to wake up and do a comprehensive check on what is happening in our system. We have concentrated on free senior high, and at the expense of the basic level of education, where is completely lacking, and there's a need for us to turn attention to that. That is the reason why I brought these 15 packets of roofing sheets to enable us to roof the structure and to enable the next group of kids to be able to enter the classrooms and be able to learn. Is something we have seen to be a very committed service to the people. Bamahu JHS has been suffering a lot because of lack of classrooms, and an intervention by themselves, supported by me, enabled us to build this structure and then roof it only with wood. And there is a need for us to have adequate roofing sheets to complete the work on it. They came in their numbers to plead with me and to ask for me to support them. I told them, well, this is not something you will have to be pleading or requesting with fear that I may not be willing to, because it's a commitment by myself, and especially it's my home. And so it's important that I should do something about it.
Dr. Rashid Pelpo also visited the Wa Secondary Technical School, where he presented 58 chop boxes to students whose entire belongings got burnt in 3 separate fire incidents at the school. He also disbursed over 900,000 Ghana cedis to needy students within the Wa municipality before presenting medicine and other medical logistics to the Sombo Health Center as part of his efforts to enhance the living standards of residents within the Wa Central constituency.
Education is unsupported, and young people are not supported in their education enterprise. The result is that it has a negative effect on society. Knowing this, I have made education one of my cardinal policy areas so that as much as possible, I will invest in the education of my people. And so today, I'm going to present about 47 checks to individuals who apply to me for support. It is going to be added on to about 240,000 Ghana cedis are already spent in supporting the payment of fees of our young people who are seeking help.
So that report showed us exactly what the situation is at Bamahu Junior High School in Wa, and it looks as though there's a good update, at least some good news that has come since then. Should we find out what that is?
I think we should.
I think we should too.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
Since last Monday, authorities of the Bamahu Junior High School have been struggling to accommodate their Form 2. This is because a makeshift shed that hitherto served as a classroom was razed. The affected pupils were compelled to use an uncompleted structure due to the inadequate classroom situation at the school. To ameliorate the plight of both teachers and pupils of the Bamahu Junior on Friday presented 20 bags of cement to help provide a safe
fire gutted a temporary structure for which the people, and that necessitated our swift action to get to a number of furniture, at least to be given to those whose class was affected. And in addition to this furniture, we are also giving you 30 bags of cement to support with the ongoing community-initiated project. At least that we know will assist to complete the block, whilst we go to put our house in order to see how best and how fast we can get to a complete DHS block. So this is far advanced in our plans, and we are ready to do that. We know that education is a bedrock for every nation, and it is a prerequisite for development. And as a representative of a government who has the people at heart and development, and of course education as core as its mandate, we are not going to relent in our effort to support you, and we'll take this one serious. We are also aware of the new numbers or the improved numbers in terms of enrollment that is being experienced by this school and some other public schools. We know that is not coming out of a vacuum. It comes as a result of the effort people are making and the contribution we are also giving you in that regard. So we want to sustain that. And in our effort to sustain that, this is the bit that we can do.
The Bamahu Junior High School, in spite of its proximity towards the Upper West Regional Capital and some basic public schools, are confronted with an acute classroom shortage and decent office space for teachers. Teachers and some pupils are now making do with these makeshift structures to conduct teaching and learning at the Bamahu Junior High School. The Assembly says it is embarking on a rigorous program to provide decent classroom accommodation for needy schools within the municipality.
As we talk now, we know many schools in the municipality have challenges with regards to furniture, and others too have inadequate classroom blocks. As I indicated earlier, this is happening as a result of the patronage of the public schools this time around because of the interventions of the management of education in the municipality and the region at large. So we also do our best as an authority to support. So if any of this comes into our notice, in fact, we also do our best to support. Already in our medium-term development planning, we have made substantial provision for improvement of education within the municipality. So I know going forward, any other school that is affected by such or that is lacking one or two facilities will get the support from the assembly.
The Wa Municipal Director of Education lauded the government, especially the Wa Municipal Assembly, for the intervention.
Actually, I want to say a very big thank you to our MCE and of course the government for this very wonderful support. In actual fact, this is a very pleasant surprise to us in the Wa Municipal Directorate because this school, fire gutted one classroom in this school just last Sunday. The the MCE got wind of it. Even before we reported to him, he was here himself to look at the situation on the ground. And just between Monday and today, Sunday, he was here on Monday. Then just from Monday to today, Friday, he has been able to present a good number of furniture for this class, the JHS 1A and B of Bamahu that got bent, so that the children can be comfortable once more. Like I said, it's a very pleasant surprise because the response has been very swift. We are very grateful to the Honorable MCE, and our prayer is that just like he has responded to this need swiftly, he will respond in the same way to all the other needs of our basic schools, which are so many, which we have presented to him. He has responded to others also, but I must say not as swift as this one.
In fact, having provided us with this sense, it will go a long way to make our classrooms very conducive for teaching and learning to take place. And in fact, like the director did mention, this is not the only class that has that challenge. If you go through the rest of the classes, you would have realized that we are still in dire need of furniture. So I will plead with our Municipal Director of Education, our Municipal Municipal Chief Executive to still come to our aid as we are still in need of more furniture.
Some pupils of the school also spoke to Citi News.
I feel happy that they brought furniture for us to sit comfortably and learn. Thank you for bringing the furniture to us.
I feel so happy because they give us furniture. We were not having furniture, but now we have furniture. I have to say thank you for giving us the furniture.
So there's the update from Bamahu Junior High School near Wa in the Upper West region, receiving 20 desks and 30 bags of cement from the Wa Municipal Assembly. And as you can tell from the head teacher, some of the students, for them it's a big deal because they lack so many basic things that receiving this presentation of desks after one of their structures was burnt to the ground is a huge gesture. The question I suppose would be asked that, okay, well, they've been able to swoop in quickly to provide these desks. What else has the directorate been doing so far to help the school? Because they need so much infrastructure. We saw the earlier report with the Honorable Rashid Pelpo speaking about what he's doing to support the school. He's the MP. He's doing his part to give back to his constituency. The people who are supposed to be taking care of this on a daily basis, the assembly, the education directorate, well, they came in to help. They came in to help with the desks and some cement. We hope that they are able to do more.
Yeah.
We hope that they're able to do more. We tend to be quite reactive in this country and not proactive. The students shouldn't have been in that burn structure in the first place.
Did you hear what the last young lady said? Yeah. She said that we didn't have desks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I also asked the question. This entire time that the school has been there, and that they had to build, the school themselves had to build sheds out of sticks and straw, right? 2 sheds and 1, 2 sheds, 3 sheds in total,
3 sheds,
2 as a classroom and 1 as an extension of a staff common room, right? Where was the directorate, education directorate this entire time? The desks that have been provided should have come earlier.
Yeah.
Why? I don't question that there's a need to provide, so you provide it and provide now. I'm just asking that should that not have been a priority anyway, so that they would have been provided earlier? Why this reactive show of,
maybe we can find out from the MC.
Yeah, I would definitely like to hear from him.
Yes, so the MC for WA, I suppose we're speaking to?
Yes.
All right. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Honorable, thank you for joining us this morning on Breakfast Daily. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, okay. Can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, great. So we've been following developments at the Bamahu Junior High School in your municipality, and we know that there was the tragic incident of one of their structures. We can't really say classroom, but a structure that had been erected to house some of the students was burned. We also know that the school has been facing some infrastructural challenges, but currently there are some new desks that have been taken to the school to help them a bit. So talk to us about the intervention of the desks and what else the Assembly is doing to help these students and to help the school to get the infrastructure that it really needs.
Right, okay. Thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank you for reaching out to me and your interest in helping us to get education improved in the one municipality and Ghana at large. I must say, management of one municipality has keen interest in the Bamahu GHS development. And as such, we paid a visit to them days before the incident happened in the school. And the purpose of our visit was to acquaint ourselves with development in the school, especially with regards to adequacy of classroom infrastructure, furniture, and other teaching and learning materials.
Okay.
So when we got there, we realized that they do not have enough as compared to the number of people in the school.
Right.
So the municipality resolved to, intervene to make things better in the school. A few hours later, we heard of fire raising down one of the temporary structures. Some of the students, especially people of the JHS1, was sitting in. As soon as the information got to us, we met and we decided that, first of all, let's get them a number of furniture, especially enough to cater for those who are in JHS1, whilst we take steps to provide them with a permanent classroom block. And of course, the community by itself initiated a project, to get 2 classrooms for themselves, to support the school. And in that regard, we also send a number of cement in addition to the furniture to support the community to complete the ongoing community initiated project, whilst we put ourselves together to get them a permanent classroom block. And as I'm talking to you now, plans are far advanced in our quest to support them with a 3-unit classroom block, that is for GHS. One thing we have also observed is that the numbers in the school is more than a stream. So you can find in one class containing about 80 to 90, people. That to me is not good, especially for the teachers handling them. So it will pose a lot of challenges for supervisors in the school, and then imparting knowledge will certainly be a problem looking at the class size.
Right.
So that is why we have in mind at least to let the school run 2 streams so that it can take care of everybody effectively and adequately.
Now, is this something, I mean, you talked about the fact that you recently went to the school to assess the situation there. Then, obviously, a couple of days later, the fire occurred. Prior to that, the MP for the area, Honorable Rashid Pelpo, we saw, him talking about the assistance that he has been giving the school and some of the challenges the school is facing, etc. Is this new on your radar as far as this particular or this unique situation of the challenges they are facing at Bamahu? And I'm only asking because, obviously, as the MCE, for your municipality and for the education directorate there, for a school that is overcrowded and that has all of these infrastructural challenges, to only recently seem to be more assistance, just one might wonder, was there something that the municipality, was it not something that had come to your attention, or, such that they had to build these structures with sticks and leaves, etc., just to be able to have a place to sit and study, and even for the teachers as well. So we just want to find out, how was Bamahu under the radar, or is it just that resource-wise maybe the municipality was not able to cater to them?
No, if you know one municipality very well, you going through the whole of Upper West, I can tell you with confidence that over 1/3 of the population of Upper West region lives in the one municipalities, either for work reasons or for some other reason. 1/3 of the population lives in the municipality.
Okay.
Therefore, pressure on educational facilities in the municipality is too much than in planning and budgeting, even central government looking at the numbers of the municipality in terms of the population census, the figures that they would have had would be far less than the numbers actually residing in the municipality, because people live in this municipality, but they have ties with their original districts and then municipalities.
Right.
Yes. So pressure is on us here. And as I indicated the last time, and because of the location of Bamahu, Bamahu has attracted a number of people, settlers, especially by the fact that UDS is now there, UBIT university that is there, and other people who have come in to settle there. So demand for elementary school around the basic school around that area is high. And that is the only school around there that is serving the population around that area. And let me get back to your observation. You see, we have such challenges in the municipality. And as I'm speaking to you now, for the past 3 years, we have been able to provide a number of 3-unit classrooms for GHS to solve some of these problems. And if your people are around, this is something they can take out to check with you. If you go to Parsaga, they had similar problems. We gave them 3-unit classroom block through the intervention and support of Ghana Gas. If you go to Sanchiga, the same thing. If you go to PC, we have given them. If you go to Kampaha, we have given them one. If you go to Charango, we have given them one. And these are schools whose conditions were far deplorable than what is happening in Bamahu. So therefore, when you are planning, you look at your scale of preferences, especially so that Bamahu is within the urban area of Wa. So in most cases, such situation is not prevalent in the urban area.
Right.
So originally, our concentration was around the peripheries, such that we can create access, for our compatriots who are around that area without adequate classroom blocks. And that I can assure you, we have done much in addressing some of the challenges around.
Okay.
So now, it was now time for us to focus on, urban work. And that is what took me to the school to acquaint myself with the challenges. Periodically, Directorate of Education gives us report on what is happening on the ground with regards to their schools and the happenings. So when you go through the report, you single out some of the areas where you think there are challenges, there are gaps. Then you go to familiarize yourself with the real situation on the ground, so that if there are understatement or overstatement, you'll be able to reconcile and get them exactly what they needed. And that was the reason why I went to the school. And let me be quite frank with you. The member of parliament of Wa Central Constituency, though we didn't belong to the same, what you call political, fraternity, but he's also doing his best. And this school that we are talking about, we got them, we realized that he also supported them with net of zinc and then also bags of cement to also do what they are doing. So we also added what we have to add, please, to get them the best, because educating the child is a collective responsibility for everyone within, the community and the society. And that is exactly what we are doing without recourse to political colors or political situations. So we are doing our best. And I'm happy that you are putting a spotlight on Bamahu. And I'm also happy that we are not being attacked and vilified, but rather we are discussing to see how best we can support our people. And of course, that is an encouragement.
Yes.
And we'll continue to do as we all, supposed to do, to bring development and education to our own people.
Great.
Honorable, I'm very glad that you made mention of, putting political colors aside, because I think that education is really above all of that, and it's very important for us to build our future based on being Ghanaians, and looking at that as opposed to doing the politics. But you made mention of something, and I would just quickly want you to clarify. You said plans are far advanced to put up the classroom block. Can you sort of give us an idea? Are we looking at the block will be up maybe 3 months, 6 months, just sort of like a rough idea of a time frame?
Work in the assembly or for that matter in government takes some time. When I say take some time, it doesn't mean the time is infinite.
Yeah.
But then there are processes that you have to follow.
Okay.
I can say thankfully in our budget we have captured things of this nature into the budget of the municipality. And they are not specific because budget for classroom blocks is municipal-wide. So which means when it comes to implementation, you can send the project or the facility to a place that is actually in need.
Okay.
So as far as that one is concerned, our hands are not tied and we are not restricted. And again, now that we have done that, we have different sources of income or funds available to the municipal assembly. We have those coming from the central government, and we also have what we generate ourselves.
Okay.
And I can tell you what we did for the school a couple of weeks ago, came from our own internal generated fund.
Okay.
What we generate locally, that was what we used to support them. And central government releases will also come in different forms and from different sources. So these are all funding available to us. So as soon as we have hint of the flow of central government money,
okay,
then implementations,
can then happen.
Process will kickstart.
Okay.
And also, we are also monitoring our internal generation. So once we are able to accumulate something enough to take care of the work, we'll start.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you very much
Thank
for speaking
you,
to us this morning. We appreciate it.
You are most welcome.
All right. So that was Honorable Isahako Mumin. He is the MC for Wa Municipality. All right. Nice. So, I mean, let's be real. There are challenges, and it's easy to sit far away from, places like the Wa Municipality and imagine that things could be done quicker and easier, but fortunately, I have actually been to WA, you know, and I know that places like WA and others, you know, really struggle, you know, and again, because of various dynamics, government is also not necessarily able to make monies flow equally everywhere, you know, and so those challenges are real, you know. But if you happen to be watching and you feel touched by the story, you want to help, maybe you can reach out to them, you know, at the school, the GES in WA, as well as the assembly, you know, and then give them a hand at the Bamahu Junior High School.